Hey everybody, Skywhip33 here. It's a little bit early in the morning, mainly just because I'm trying to do a one-day project at the moment. So long story short, the title of this video might confuse you, but I am indeed retiring my Lefty costume. I'm keeping the head, obviously, and I'm going to be using that similarly to how I use my puppets, but instead of having a full costume to put on with it, I'm going to actually be making a action figure body for Lefty. Now, you might be wondering, why would I retire a costume like that? Well, turns out my Lefty costume is actually really old, and it doesn't fit me anymore. So, there's that. But yeah, that, and also I need more space in my closet for storage and things, and the Lefty costume has taken up a big portion of that for a long time, and I decided to finally do something about it. It does kind of suck that I'm going to be getting rid of the costume, but like I said, I'm going to be replacing it with an action figure. Now you might be wondering, how am I going to make the action figure body? Well, long story short, I bought a Rockstar Freddy action figure, and I'm going to put a bunch of different colored felts on him, similarly to how I did all my others. Why is it a Rockstar Freddy and not a Lefty? The Lefty one's expensive, man, that's why. Other than that, they're the exact same mold, so wish me luck on this one-day build. We'll see how it goes. And you'll see it in 2 seconds. Woo! Yeah! Yay! He's a Lefty! It's been like 6 hours since I filmed that first bit, but yeah, so I finished Lefty's new body. It is an action figure, similar to all of the other ones that I have made so far. I actually quite dig how this turned out, to be totally honest. It might be my favorite action figure body that I've made so far. So let's get a couple close-ups real quick. So here is the torso up close. As you can see, he's got a bit of a gray chest. He's got a nice golden star on there and a red bow tie. I went ahead and painted his shoulder pads the same color as his chest, just because I kind of wanted it to stand out a little bit more, and I really like the way that there's more than just black. I really like the shoulder pads being their own color, even though I know it's technically not the way it's supposed to look, but I just really like the way they look being their own color. Another thing you might be able to notice is on the ball joints here, I painted some really thin white lines on them, as you can kind of see, to sort of show off that the puppet is still in there. I was going to paint the joints silver, but then I decided to make them look like the puppet instead. And then here is his or her, I don't know what gender Lefty is, it's an action figure. Here's the feet. I also put white on the joints on the feet here as well. And yeah, it's got some nice toys. It's got a little red here. It's good times. And then I was able to keep the waist joint, so he's also able to do a full 360-degree turn. Ta-da! And then lastly, the hands on Lefty here, I actually cut the original fingers off and then re-added some fabric fingers onto it. So basically what I did was I used super glue and I rolled it onto fabric and made it these little tubes, and I bit them into the correct shape and kind of glued them on as fingers, and I personally think it looks better than what I did for the other animatronics hands, which was just covering their pre-existing hand in fabric like Freddy's here. As you can kind of see, it does resemble a hand, but also it just kind of looks like a solid piece, and this looks more like individual fingers. And then I did the same thing for Lefty's microphone right here. I even painted it to be red, but the microphone is actually glued into his hand, so he ain't dropping the mic anytime soon. Now, if any of you are confused why Lefty doesn't have a head, well, I've said this like 1,000 times, but I only make the bodies of the characters as the action figures, and then I take my puppets that I make, and then I superimpose the puppet head on top of the body. And yeah, so basically, I really like how the new Lefty body looks, and I can finally get rid of the really old Lefty costume. So stay tuned for more Lefty and music videos or other projects depending on what happens. He will have this body now instead of the costume body. Everyone say goodbye to the original Lefty costume. It broke during filming. Oh no. But hey, I might be able to recycle some pieces of it into some other costumes I have planned. Especially I'm going to try to use the feet for something. So, yeah. Alrighty guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this quick little brand new Lefty body showcase thing. I don't know. If you want to see more, subscribe. You know. And don't forget to take a nap. I probably need a nap, to be totally honest. Alright, you guys have a good one. Watch Darkest Desires. I spent way too long on that video. And with that much being said, bye-bye. God bless. Have a good one.